Mars is the fourth planet of the solar system. It is often called the red planet. Iron oxide is abundant on the surface of this planet, giving it a dark red color. It is a rocky planet with a thin atmosphere, its surface covered with valleys, deserts, and polar ice. Mars has an axial tilt of 25.19 degrees, so it produces the same seasons as on Earth. Mars has long been expected to harbor life, making it one of the most remarkable planets in the solar system and also the most visited by spacecraft. Through those visits, we have discovered a lot of things about this planet, so what is it? Please also watch this video. Mars is an average distance of 227,939,200 kilometers from the Sun. Mars has an orbital period of about 686.98 Earth days. This means that one Mars year is equivalent to 1.88 Earth years. The day of Mars is quite similar to that of Earth. The planet only takes about 24 hours 39 minutes 35 seconds to complete one rotation around its main axis. This made scientists pay more attention to Mars. Therefore, organizations are constantly developing plans to explore Mars, but it is a fact that exploring and conquering Mars is not a simple task. There have been many failed missions to Mars by space agencies around the world. Since 1960, the success rate of Mars missions is only about 40%, which includes all projects from Mars flybys, Mars orbiters, and landings to the surface of Mars by the US, Russia, and other countries. So far, the US is still the leading country in the exploration and conquest. Up to now they have had 8 successful Mars exploration projects and only one failed, that is NASA's Splendor ship made in 1999. It is interesting that up to now, no country other than the United States has been able to operate a lander that has successfully landed on the surface of Mars. This shows that NASA is still a leading space science organization in the world. NASA's 2018 success story for the Mars landing was the $850 million InSight project, which is a composite of the initials of interior exploration using seismic investigations, geodesy, and heat transport. The memorable milestone of the project is November 26, 2018. According to NASA's InSight project is a stationary probe designed to study the interior of Mars. The lander's landing site is located south of an ancient volcanic region on Mars. InSight will be on a mission for more than 2 years on Mars. InSight is a robotic landing station and it is stationary. It carries 2 scientific instruments, a seismometer and a heat transport probe, designed to drill at least 10 feet into the planet's surface. The measured results will be sent back to Earth by the InSight lander, helping scientists to build detailed maps of the planet's internal structure and assess seismic events on Mars. In the first 10 months of its mission, InSight detected more than 174 earthquakes, of which 150 had small shaking intensity. 24 other earthquakes were stronger and located deeper, the origin of the earthquake. These earthquakes occur at many different locations, and they are quite small in magnitude, only about 3 to 4 magnitude. But starting September 2019, the frequency of earthquakes has been found to increase significantly. So far, the total number of earthquakes recorded by the probe is more than 450, and all of these earthquakes are of planetary origin, without any vibrations caused by meteorites. That's why scientists think there's a lot of activity going on beneath the surface of Mars. With the Earth, most earthquakes are caused by surface tectonic plates, These tectonic plates break and slide over each other, causing earthquakes on Earth, but through research scientists indicates that Mars has no tectonic activity. So where do these earthquakes come from? By analyzing data on Mars. Scientists think that seismic activity on the surface of Mars may be due to the planet's gradual cooling, since it formed 4.5 billion years ago. As the planet cools, it will gradually shrink, then the outer layers will be fragile and it will have to break apart to remain on the surface. That could be the source of earthquakes on Mars, and when scientists tracked them, they found that it often occurs in areas that contain faults, like volcanic flows and other liquid streams, through which it can be seen that Mars has a rather large seismic activity. Scientists think the planet may be cold and dry, though. But it's a long time before it dies. After the probe sent back seismic data, a lot of information was collected. Analysis of seismic movements through the crust showed that Mars has a small amount of water mixed with rock. This cannot prove whether Mars has underground lakes or not, but it also raises the hope that maybe one day humanity can find water on Mars. In addition, InSight is the first task to bring the magnetometer to the surface of Mars. The instrument detected a local magnetic field about 10 times stronger than scientists had previously predicted. However, Mars has lost its global magnetic field billions of years ago. This has helped the solar rays stripping the dense atmosphere that once existed on the planet, and perhaps in the past this was the planet is relatively warm and humid when it has a dense atmosphere. But unfortunately now Mars it is just a cold and dry desert. At present, the atmosphere of Mars is 100 times thinner than that of Earth, but it is still thick enough to support weather like clouds, winds, and storms on the red planet. The two important instruments that the InSight lander brought to Mars, the seismometer worked well, but the mole device was unable to drill down to the surface of Mars due to the dirt on the surface being very slippery. Scientists think that the InSight drilling system needs a certain amount of friction to work. Team members intend to modify the campaign. In the next 6 to 8 weeks the goal is to sell the mole to the surface of Mars about 40 centimeters deep. At that point, hopefully it has enough friction to start being able to dig itself deep down to the surface of the red planet, but that the above mole has not achieved the set goal. But this is also a great success of NASA and humanity in the discovery and restoration of the red planet.
Next is the exploration of the Martian atmosphere. Please watch part 2 of the journey to explore Mars with Spacel.